commissioners were not aware that we had all these people within the city that if they did impose the tax, these people would be the first people to go against a referendum if one came out. We don't even know that would happen. So I personally feel, because I've been a commissioner, been there and done that, and I think they have an obligation to impose the tax, and that would happen immediately, all three of them. And I've really not heard a good reason other than the fact that they were afraid that they would have a referendum. But what I'm hearing here tonight is that there possibly would not be a referendum. So I still don't know why they're skirting their responsibility. And not only that, I want somebody there to explain to me that they get a resolution from Maslin, Alliance, and all the other districts that I think I heard them say that they did. Did they go there and speak, and do they have the resolutions in hand with all the support from all the other elected officials within this county?
You know, Member Cirelli, you've raised some very good points, and I was thinking about what you said about an imposition of a tax. And I find that somewhat contrary to your customary stance, which is that the people should be vested in what they do. I'm not critical of you, but I think it is important that our community participate in its own democracy.
All this sales tax money will go only for the criminal justice system and no other systems within the county. Is that correct?
I think you made that clear, Member Cirelli, that this is an entire...
All right, this is going on the record then.
Yes, governmental general fund, yes.
Pardon me, sir?
It's I believe the county has a general fund like we do, and this tax, the sales tax, goes to support that.
Mr. President,
yes.
The general fund encompasses more than just the safety and criminal justice.
Yes, that's exactly what I think Commissioner Burnaby and everyone who stood up said, yes.
So it will go, in fact, for every other department as well. Ms. Bates, can you mention that?
I'm watching a very animated gentleman in the back. I think he has that answer.
Mr. McMasters, do you want to come up and tell us the answer to that?
I sure will. To think for, well, I just want to comment on that. Think for a minute. Taxation without representation, I would vote against it. I won't stand for an imposition of taxes. That's me personally. That's why we have a Tea Party, and I'm not part of that group. But let me get to the fact that this money goes into the general fund of Stark County. A large percentage, has been stated, goes to safety. If Judge Haas were here, he could probably speak much more eloquently than I about what he does for a living. The sheriff has told you what he does for a living. I could go on for a half hour about consequences to every citizen of Stark County.
We don't have half an hour.
I understand that.
And the answer to Member Cirelli's question is, it goes to departments other than simply criminal justice, correct?
Well, if
no, is that just yes or no?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it does. It sure will, because it keeps from layoffs from happening in other departments.
Right, we understand that. Okay, I'm going to call the vote. All those in favor of Resolution 28 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
No?
No.
One no. The ayes have it. The motion
I think Mary gets it, but she's up on this taxation without representation of the Mary. You can't say that.
That's the whole thing. It's up to the voters.
It should be up to the voters. Any tax should be up to the voters.
That is taxation with representation. You're actually getting to say yourself. Yeah, it's welcome to my world. We get things done, but there's always interesting stories behind it.